We're about to make a lasagna, and I've been making this lasagna for a long time. It's courtesy of Paula Deen from way back in 2008, and it came on Food Network. It's a great recipe. Anyways, we got all the stuff together: pound and a half of chuck, a pound of sweet Italian sausage, the ricotta cheese, the fresh parsley, the Parmesan, the mozzarella, onion, garlic, tomato paste, diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, 2 eggs, the noodles, and all the spices. And strangely enough, that this recipe by Paula Deen is also, I've had this scale for years and years, bought it out of Walmart, and we just put together that they're both Paula Deen. Anyways, thanks Paula.
Trying to start getting it all together.
Calls for 5 ounces.
With Parmesan.
Have you got an ounce or 2 yet?
Probably. That is a fine grater.
Let's check it out. Ounce and a half. Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Maybe up to 3.5 ounces. What do you
I
think?
don't know. I'm thinking 3. Oh, for 5 ounces, man.
A lot of Parmesan.
And there's a lot of all the good stuff in this recipe.
Oh wow.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Is it not
I
quite
think
4? Huh?
that's gonna do it for sure. But there's a little more.
It'll be okay.
Cheese is always good. More cheese, please.
Yep, a little bit more than 5. All right, that's good.
Quick wash of the parsley. Chopping the parsley. How much?
Just 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley.
That's about it, right?
Should be pretty close to it. But I'll fine chop it in just a second. Of course, I don't have any other plans for the rest of the parsley, so.
Fine chopped. Fresh parsley. Two tablespoons. Onion and garlic time. Cut the ends off and then peel the outer layer. Try not to take too much onion, but you know.
I might take a little more too.
Yeah. Not like the tough onion skin. The garlic. You need 2 cloves.
Yeah, definitely call for 2 cloves.
These are good size ones. So sometimes if they're little, you can, you know.
Yeah, never mind too much garlic.
I like garlic. Doing 4.
What?
4. Because they've done all the ends. Slice it, peel it.
This was hollow in the middle. See, hollow in the middle.
And you take out the green.
Those are hollow in the middle.
I'll do a crush first.
I just cut them up before I mince them, so.
And that's better.
Yeah, otherwise there's usually like I don't know, maybe I don't have the best mincer in the world or whatever, but if I don't cut them up, I have a big old kind of a
Skin.
matted bit of the fibrous portions kind of stuck to the inside of the. Thanks.
Okay, mighty onion.
This is the onion.
How much onion are we looking at?
Well, It says 1 onion. It doesn't say small onion. It doesn't say large onion.
And we like onion.
And I've never thought, ooh, that's too much onion.
Yeah, it's not often that you would say that's too much onion, at least not us. We said it in the cucumber and onion.
Well, yes, you're right. I guess it's all about
But cooked onion is different.
It is. That's raw onion.
Yeah.
Whoa, Nelly.
Oh, look at that tower. Onion tower. Sticky onions. Get your onion pile first.
For the road.
I like the way you angled your onion there to not leave the big chops.
Oh, thanks. I've been practicing.
So what do you think? I think that's 1.5 cups.
I think that's 2 cups, if not 2.5 cups.
It's okay. It's gonna cook down.
Yep.
These sausages have the skin on them. Look at that. How much is this again?
A pound.
A pound?
Yep. Sweet Italian sausage.
About 4 of these links here.
Yeah, I weighed them up on my.
Call a bean scale.
Lots of meat. Lots of meat scale.
We make this recipe a few times a year, but we always make it for Christmas Eve. It was a tradition, not this recipe, but my mother always made lasagna for Christmas Eve, and the kids like to follow suit with that. Time for the 2 eggs.
Lightly beaten.
And for the mozzarella, it takes what, 16 ounces of?
Yeah, they call for 2 8-ounce packages, shredded up. Mmm.
That's not 8 ounces. Yeah. We should add a little side note, you know, for the cook.
No.
This goes a little faster than we're using the big grate
Yeah.
mozzarella.
Yeah, mozzarella's too soft to use this.
Yeah. It's really hard to do at the end. A whole lot of cheese. We're staging all the ingredient prep. Time to start cooking.
Just to combine the meat,
How much?
1.5 pounds of chuck, pound of
Pounded.
sweet Italian sausage. Come here, you. Get that there. Cook that up. Wash my hands.
Handy dandy meat cooker and tin. Gorgeous dishes combined.
to cook this stuff with the onions. I'm gonna let this cook just a bit to break it up.
That pan big enough?
Yeah.
Just.
This is the biggest
Yeah, but
non-stick pan I have. I just love the non-stick pan.
we're gonna add the onions.
And the garlic.
And the garlic. Incorporate. Down. That's full pan.
Let's cook this until it's good and brown, and then drain it. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some onions.
Not the onion.
Onions over the edge. Not too far off.
Still quite a bit of grease, and that was what, 2080?
8812.
8812.
A lot of it's liquid from the vegetables too.
Yeah, the onions, I suppose.
Crumbled, drain. Return the meat to the pan. Add the oregano. I'm gonna get a big stock pot for this one though.
And a large saucepan. Return the meat.
Or a teaspoon of ground basil.
You get these containers from our Sam's Club, Costco, or what's the other one?
We use Sam's.
Yeah, we have Sam's in our town.
We need 2 teaspoons of oregano. Teaspoon of salt. Who uses a quarter teaspoon of salt? Jeez, Paula. How can my diabetes be? I'll go with a half a teaspoon.
I like a quarter.
Good Lord, Paula.
You like a little pepper?
We do like a little pepper.
Get a little extra. We're gonna go ahead and add all the tomato stuff. Tomato sauce. 2 cans. Whoa! If your cans pop like that, questionable of whether air got into them or if they're starting to swell, or we're not going to use that one. We just bought them, but yeah, they might. Who knows? This one didn't do it at all. I don't know. We just threw that one away. Didn't smell funny.
Yeah, it smells fine. I don't know.
But you know, better safe than sorry. Is this petite diced?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like the petite diced. The kids didn't used to like the diced tomatoes, so the petite does make them smaller and more, you know, for people like that. This, it seems like it spreads more out evenly within the recipe. The whole can of tomato paste?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It calls for 6 ounces.
I'm glad about that, because so many recipes will call for like a tablespoon, and then you're like, what do I do with the rest of it?
Yeah.
Does that cook just like that for a
Yep.
while? No extra liquid or
Nope.
anything added? Bring it to a boil. And then how long does it sit and simmer?
Cook it for 45 minutes, it says.
Does it release its juices and stuff?
How do you think?
I guess, you know, the lasagna meat sauce isn't super juicy.
No, it's not. It's got to be kind of thick.
Yeah, I'm thinking of your homemade
Spaghetti
spaghetti sauce. Similar, but different. Here we go. We'll bring it to boil and then simmer for 45 minutes. Put a lid on there, kind of half
I don't have a splatter
done
guard.
on. We don't have a splatter guard, but you know, so it don't pop and splatter. Got the big pot out to do the noodles in. He doesn't like using the oven-ready noodles. You're not supposed to layer them on top of each other, and I don't know. They've never seen
Seems weird.
quite the same pasta texture.
Sad.
This was the last of this type of noodle on the shelf. This brand was the last one. All the rest were oven ready. Ah, glad there wasn't. I thought maybe one might be broken, but it don't look too bad.
Make sure you get all separated.
Yeah, because
They'll stick together and not cook right.
how long do they cook?
Usually 11 minutes, but then you gotta bake them again. So, we need glasses. What's it say?
10 or 11?
Get the best real pasta. Bring a lot of water to boil. Add some.
We added salt. Says boil uncovered for 8 minutes to get the best from your pasta. And this is still simmering away for another 23 minutes. In a small bowl, we're going to combine the cheeses, the eggs, and the parsley. Is that what it is? Cheeses being, do we add the Parmesan too now?
Yeah, I think it says all of the Parmesan.
All the Parmesan?
Is it all the Parmesan? I didn't read it.
Okay, so the mozzarella goes in the assembly of the layers, but we're combining all the Parmesan cheese, the ricotta cheese, the eggs, and the parsley.
Parmesan.
Parmesan. Parmesan.
All 5 ounces of the Parmesan.
Fine, you ready?
All of the parsley.
Cup and a half.
I like.
Of cottage cheese, we use
We
ricotta.
use ricotta.
We
and
use
I
more?
Use more.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
You can spread this recipe out because I mean, it's a lot of meat
Yeah.
even with more cheese
It
stuff.
this is a 32-ounce package, and I use at least half, if not 3/4 of it. And then we always have to figure out what to do with the rest.
Should make one of those keto ricotta desserts.
And then it says to
Maybe.
also put in the eggs.
Pasta's ready. Let your pasta cool and just continue draining.
Yep. Some people always are a little cooking liquid to loosen it up. That looks stirred up, you guys. Look that even? That's right. I remember I made myself a note of this mix.
Made a side note to add salt and pepper to the mix. I almost forgot. It was handwritten off to the side. Quite a bit of salt.
Yeah,
It needs it.
it needs it.
mix it, but you said you may add a little bit of olive oil.
Yeah. Couple capfuls and toss it around a little bit.
To unstick it.
Yeah.
Olive oil's always good too.
Yeah.
Don't break your noodle. You gotta be careful.
Ooh, that's a hot one.
Cool. This has cooled. Our noodles have cooled where you can handle them now. We're gonna start the assembly. We have this size pan. It's what, probably 10 by 15?
13 by 9, huh?
13 by 9? Let's see if we can see. 9.5 by 13.5. We don't have to grease the bottoms or nothing. We have the sauce, the cheese spread, the mozzarella on the noodles.
Of the sauce.
I'm trying to kind of quarter it out. Spread. Smush.
This is to place a layer of noodles. Calls for oven ready noodles, but I don't use oven ready noodles because I like to use more noodle. And I don't mind a good healthy overlap.
I'm not supposed to overlap with the oven ready.
Yep.
They don't cook right.
Yeah. Make an extra noodle per layer. Then
Who don't like that?
of the cheese mixture.
1/3 of this cheese mixture.
Yeah.
The peace sign.
Little shlop over there.
It's my third.
Hey, that's my third.
And remember, this is the Parmesan, parsley, ricotta, and eggs. All blended together. Salt, pepper.
Yeah, there's some salt and pepper in here too.
Dollop it out throughout. It's easier to spread. And smush. Smush and spread. Smush and spread. Cheese, please.
See if something else is done.
Now,
It says
now we add another 1/4 of the sauce. Quarter.
again with 1/3.
1/3.
It's fairly even, don't you think?
Yeah. So you just want an even spread. Second layer of noodles. We're back to rinse and repeat now.
could even overlap more and use 5 noodles. I've done that before. And I think it's 5 noodles that uses all the noodles. Because there's always like extra noodles. And what do you do with a lasagna noodle?
Not meat sauce? I guess not. I guess it can. There's meat, noodle, cheese, meat.
Yeah, these noodles.
So another third. We've already done the hard part, guys. It's really just steps.
Yeah.
Gathering and assembling. Get ready to assemble.
Lasagna assemble.
Another quarter of the meat sauce. A lot of meat. A lot of meat lasagna.
That's what it's called.
Yes.
A lot of meat lasagna. I'm hungry. People.
Another 1/3 of the mozzarella. Mozzarella. The third and final layer of lasagna noodle. There is gonna be some left over.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do that?
There always is. I should have used 5 per layer. But it still looks like I would have had more than.
It's just different by brand.
I'll use 5 in this layer.
Bullshit now. Looks like you need it.
Yeah, well, I did more overlap because.
Well, it's also getting mountainous.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that looks about right, don't you think?
Yeah. Now the last of the cheese sauce. Are we done with the? Oh, we still got one more meat sauce too.
Mm-hmm. See, this is why you always use more of the cottage cheese or ricotta in this case than they call
easier to
for.
spread too.
And it feels like this is enough, you know. And
Yeah.
and when I've used like a cup and a half or whatever it calls for, it feels
Like it's short.
like you don't even get full coverage, you know.
I like full coverage.
So I always buy the 32 ouncer and use half to 3/4 of it, and then half the time throw the rest of it away. I leave it in the fridge and don't know what the hell to do with ricotta.
Maybe you can roll it up in those noodles and bake it with some spaghetti sauce.
I'm sure there's something I can figure out till the meat sauce comes in.
You guys are welcome to put some comments of suggestions of what to do with the ricotta and the leftover noodles. I'll try it out for sure.
Hopefully before the ricotta turns green.
Oh, if not this time, next time. Like I said, we make it occasionally.
We do.
It's a standard. We've had it in the rotation.
Yeah, since like, I don't know if I got a hold of it in 2008 or not, but that's when the original recipe came out, and I know I've been making it for at least 10 years. It's meaty.
Spread that out. Careful of your sides. Yeah, ASMR lasagna making.
Ooh.
Squish, squish, squish. Meat sauce.
You weirdo. I like it. You do your best. I'm pretty happy with that.
Looks good. How are we gonna wait till tomorrow?
Yeah, we got still.
Last layer, cheese. So there, it didn't call for Parmesan on top. It had us put it all in the,
Yep, in the layer with the.
yeah, with the ricotta,
Mm-hmm.
the creamery. Feeds at least 9. It's been probably 12, and you could even feed more depending on the size of your, serving. I bake 375 degrees for 35-40 minutes, and nice. You don't bake it with tin foil or anything, because then it melts onto the cheese and pulls all the cheese off. We just put it like this and get a nice golden brown. Yum yum. Here we go. We want it a little browner, so I'm gonna put it on broil and check it like every minute and a half so it doesn't get too brown. Yeah, that looks good. Nice and brown and toasty. Now we let it sit for at least 15 minutes to set up. It's gonna make, it looks like some big slices. We want some big pieces. Christmas Eve lasagna. Lots of meat lasagna.